Can you tell us about the story of the Misandrists?
The Misandrists is about a group of lesbian, separatist, essentialist, feminist terrorists who live in a countryside villa in Germany, and it's actually they're posing as having a school for wayward girls, runaway girls, run by nuns, but it's actually just a cover for their terrorist operation.
Interesting. What attracted you to the story?
I've been doing independent films for many years now, 20, 25 years, and my films are usually more guerrilla style kind of work that has a lot of political content and queer content. So I usually make films more about masculine subjects. I've made films about male prostitutes and neo-Nazi skinheads and extreme left-wing radicals, but I'd never made a film with all women before, and it just seemed really relevant these days with gender politics and feminism on the rise.
Fascinating. What do you hope your audiences will take away?
Well, the film is a kind of affectionate critique of certain kinds of radical feminism. There's a transgender character in the film who is that no one knows is transgender, living with a woman, and when they find out, it becomes kind of a big issue, and so it addresses those kinds of issues about what is a woman, how can people who are born a man, can they be accepted as a woman, that kind of thing. And it also challenges a certain kind of post-feminism that has the idea that success for women means being on equal footing for men, even if it's by participating in corrupt institutions or kind of like scenarios that support the status quo. They think, some feminists think, the way to become equal is to become just as corrupt and problematic as the men who are in power. So the film kind of questions that kind of strategy. Fascinating. Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to be here at Raindance Film Festival?
Yeah, it's really cool. I had a really good, my screening of The Misandrists on Friday was the world premiere, the UK premiere. It premiered at the Berlin Film Festival. And I recently got picked up for distribution in the UK by Matchbox. So it was a good introduction to the UK for the film.
Amazing. What do festivals like Raindance do for independent films?
Well, I mean, London is kind of a tricky city. There's always been the London Film Festival, but for indie films, it's specifically, sometimes it's really difficult. Sometimes indie films fall through the cracks and have a hard time getting noticed. So it's just the programming here really embraces a lot of films that probably wouldn't otherwise be shown.
How important are independent films to cinema as a whole?
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of film is one of the hardest art forms to do, because it's very technical, it's very expensive, it's hard to get financing. It's a collaborative art form, so there's a lot of complications, and so anything that. But I mean, people feel the need to express themselves through cinematically. So independent films allows voices that otherwise wouldn't be heard within the industry to make their work, and it's really good because that's usually the work that challenges the conventions of mainstream cinema and challenges certain conservative values that might be entrenched in more corporate entertainment. So it's like a necessary counterbalance or alternative to the corporate mainstream.